Hey guys, how you doing? It's Charles Miller here, and I'm back for the third installment on my three-part mini-series on how clear is your vision. This third part of this video here is going to be dealing with improvement, your self-improvement. So we're going to get onto that real quick. I just wanted to let you know that I'm trying something a little bit different here now with the way that I'm recording this. I've got the camera going on me from my webcam, and I'm doing a PowerPoint presentation at the same time, but they're not combined, or it's not the add-in into the PowerPoint. So I'm just trying something a little bit different just to see how it comes out here. So with that being said, my notes are ready, my content's ready, and I think we're ready to go on to the lesson. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about taking the time to improve yourself every day. Okay, it's a vital component that you need to commit to learn what you need to know in order to be able to operate your business. We all have to learn in order to earn. You want to earn money, you got to learn things, okay? What I want to do is just give you a prime example of that, and it all is based on a conversation that comes from my friend Charlie P. And I'm just going to read from my notes here that are on the screen just off to the left here, and just explain to you afterwards what's going on there. So anyways, Charlie says, I am now undertaking and learning how to do solo ads and copywriting for an email campaign. I have taken the time and have spent countless hours visiting sites, watching YouTube videos, reading copy, and focusing on the headlines and subheadlines. Next part of the conversation says, I have now taken the same amount of time writing examples of headlines and subheadlines. I think I am starting to get pretty good at it. The last line in his conversation, I still have the same thing to do for the articles, the sales letters, the follow-up emails, and more. Now that's all quote unquote. That's what he went through. My point is going to take a lot of work, and it is a lot of work. But without it, I know from inside of me that I'm not going to have the business that I have in my vision if I don't put the work in. Okay, so I have to improve on myself, and that improvement needs work, and it means work. Okay, you do not have to be a rocket scientist to be an online marketer or make money online, but you still need the basic skills, and they need to be improved upon in every opportunity and every chance you get to make it. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go on to talking about the core skills that you're going to need to be working online. Okay, so the core skills to working online, you're going to need the following things. There's 4 things here that I got on the list. And the first thing is some kind of a web presence where people can find you. Okay, we know all about web design. Well, we don't know all about web design, but we know that there's web designers out there, and there's HTML coders, and there's WordPress, and there's that. You need something on the internet or the World Wide Web in order for people to come and find you. First off, you're going to need to have a value-based value-based content for the information or the training that helps people all the way around. Now, we talked about 3 things in a conversation, I believe, but the 3 things that you need are they have to be inspirational, it's got to be motivational, and it's got to be some kind of training. You got to have one of those 3 components in there in order for this to be able to work. That's what the value-based content is. Number 1, inspirational. Number 2, motivational. Number 3, it's got to be training. Okay? And it's got to be about you in a lot of cases, okay? Because you're trying to brand yourself, okay? So the third thing is you got to find a way to keep in touch with your visitors, subscribers, your clients, provide some contact information. So once you have a web presence, then you can get your information out there onto the web. The other thing that you can do is it's all going to be done by email. If you've got you're building a list or something like that, then you're going to have email content. But you got to find a way to stay involved with your subscribers so you can provide them with the next point here. And the last point is to offer product and services or service that people want, that has a value and they're gonna believe in. Okay, to those who like you and to those who trust you, okay? And this is all talking about the client again. They've got to know you, they've got to trust you, they got to believe in you, they got to believe in the product, and you've got to be able to offer that product to them, okay? So those are the key points and to having the core skills to working online. If you don't have all these together, then you're not going to have that presence that you're looking for, okay? So make sure you work on these things and make sure you got them. So if you can do these things, you can build a widely successful online business, okay? If you're focused and committed to your success, you will ensure that this is going to happen, and you will develop the core skills, okay? That's a huge part of the message here, people, and that's all you got to do. There's 4 simple steps, okay? And you just have to focus and get good at them. Remember, we were talking about habits and making a habit after 21 days, okay? These are all part of it, okay? So, at this point, I want to suggest an exercise here that was suggested to me at one point here. There's 4 things that are involved in this little exercise, and I think you're going to see how it helps to tie everything together at this point. We've talked about the dreaming and the goals and the improvements and the mentorship and everything else that goes along with it. So, here's the exercise that we need to put together that I think you're going to understand and how it's all going to tie together eventually, okay? So, number 1, you got to take the time to dream, and I want you to make a list of 3 skills that you need to develop in order to achieve your dream, okay? So take the time to dream and make a list of 3, just 3 skills that you need to develop in order to achieve that dream, okay? Easy enough. Second thing, set some goals around the skills that you dreamt of in order to learn and refine these skills, okay? Set some goals around these skills that you dreamt in order to be able to learn and refine these skills, okay? Third thing, work to complete your goals and create and manifest part of your evolving vision, okay? Work to complete your goals to create and manifest part of your evolving vision, okay? So now we've got the 3 components in there that I talked about earlier. We've got the dreaming, we've got the goals, the goal setting, and then those goals are going to manifest into your vision. Okay, so there's 3 things. What's the 4th thing you're asking? Well, the 4th thing has to do with mentorship. If you've got any problems, check with your mentor for any help or advice that you may need to accomplish this. Okay, I would say that probably 75% or higher percentage of mentors out there have gone through this little exercise in some way, shape, or form. So they're going to know how you're going to best to direct you on this, okay? So that's a simple exercise that you can do and take it away when you can. So I want to go off with some closing messages here right now. I don't want this thing to get too long. It's already around 8 minutes. And so I'm going to go through this a little bit quicker. Okay, so here's my closing message. That you need to know. Okay, people don't know what they don't know. So that is funny because working online isn't a big mystery. They just don't know what they don't know, and when they do know, they're going to figure it out. Okay, that's a pretty kind of scrambled message there. But working online is not a big mystery. It is a big mystery to many people because they don't know what they don't know at this point. They will learn. Okay. Serving others, delivering value, and never quitting are the keys to your online success, okay, along with these other things that we've talked about. If you take the time to do these 3 things we've discussed in the previous videos, the dreaming, the mentorship, and the improvements, time will become a real good ally for you, and you won't be so overwhelmed. You won't be overwhelmed with the time and the hindrance that you might be feeling it is right now, that you don't have enough time to get these things done, and how much longer is this going to take. But at one point in time, it will make sense, and you will have that time back once you learn all these things. Next point is your vision will intensify, and it will become incredibly clear once you figure out how to bring all this stuff together. Okay, and practice makes perfect. That's all I can say. Once you adjust your thinking and you get into this mindset, then practice will make this whole situation perfect. When this happens, you're going to wake up knowing that you can do anything, you can want anything. You're just going to be able to achieve incredible things here, and you're going to know exactly how to get it. Again, it's just going to be one of these things that's going to pop to it with you one day, and you're just going to finally get it. Wow. Now, I've had some few successes, and I've had some few victories in that way, where all of a sudden I have kind of like an epiphany, and it just pops and say, oh yeah, that's how it's done, and boom, it becomes an automatic thing. I'm talking about the whole big vision here, okay, and how it relates to the big vision, and how it relates to the small victories and stuff like that too. Okay, so the biggest thing that you've got working for you right now is that you have this information that other people don't have right now, and that's probably 98% of the people that are out there trying to do internet marketing. So you've already won half the battle. And you know the greatest thing about that? It's a beautiful thing in itself, just knowing that you have that information. Okay? So that's the end of this video series. That's the end of the improvement part. And I hope this all helped you somewhere, shape, or form. I want to thanks for taking the time to watch the video series, and I hope there was some value in here for you. And you can take some of this home and pass it on to your team or wherever you're sitting, you know. And if you have any comments, can you put them in the comments section down below? I like getting the feedback. I like to know, you know, if I'm on the right track, or if you've got some other things that you might want to suggest to me, then that's great. Then that's what I want to do. Okay. If you don't agree with what I'm doing here or what I've said here, then all I can suggest is that you take what you want and leave the rest behind. I'm sure that there's people out there, in fact I know there's people out there that are getting some value from what I'm saying, and if you don't see it, then that's great too. Take what you can, leave the rest behind, and we'll move on. And hopefully you'll be able to learn and find these tips from other mentors or other people that you're listening to, or you'll read it in an email someday or whatever. Okay, so take what you want, leave the rest behind. So that being said, I want to put a big thank you out to Charlie P., my good friend, for supplying the information, again, that I've put together in this video presentation. I want to do a big shout out for our friends Anthony and Justin for the inspiration for getting me going on this in the first place. These guys are going to rock it tonight. It's July the 10th, and these guys are doing a live event for the ILN team, and I believe from what I've seen on the previews and what I've already watched from these guys, they're just going to rock this thing, and it's going to blow your socks off. So don't miss it. It's 8 p.m. Central Time tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, and I believe that's 6 p.m. Pacific, so that's the time I got to worry about. So don't forget to go and watch it. Clear your calendar, turn your phone off, everything, okay? The last thing I want to say is kudos to all the great leaders that are in ILN, because they've been the ones that have, you know, been greatest support for me through this 90-day challenge that we're on, and also with my journey that I've been on to develop my skill sets and be able to do this video in the first place. They were the ones that talked me into getting out of my comfort zone. So kudos to you, and you know what? The biggest part of this is you guys. You guys in the community of ILN have been great. I've met so many new people from around the world. It is just phenomenal. I love this. I used to be in the Navy years back, and I love to do the travel. And I feel like I'm doing the traveling all over again. This is fantastic. So thank you very much, community, for listening and supporting me in this, and all the great comments and everything that you've left already to date. And, you know, there's to all the people out there, okay? Just love you all, and God bless you and everything. For those that are still on the 90-day challenge, everybody's, you know, getting up there, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 videos coming out now. Keep up the good work, everybody. I love watching these videos because it gives me not only inspiration, but it also gives me motivation, and it also gives me some great ideas for, you know, other videos that I can use. Again, I take the same attitude. I take what I want, and I leave the rest behind. A lot of times I'll watch the whole video, or sometimes it's not resonating with me, and I'm not going to let you know that, but, you know, that's what's going on for me. Okay, so that being said, that's the end of my three-part mini-series and presentation. This is video number 13, I believe, of 90 now, and looking forward to do the other, you know, 76 of them that I've got to do at this point. So thanks very much, and have a great day, everybody, and you know, just enjoy life and be good to each other. Okay? Bye now.